There's no gloom in Uncle Jimmy's pool room. It's Uncle Jimmy's pool room. It's Uncle Jimmy's pool room.
G'day and welcome to Uncle Jimmy's Pool Room. Nice break, Dino. Fantastic stuff. It's a huge week in football. Massive because, Brody, your mama.
No, your mama's so fat.
No, we better not say anymore.
We can't go there.
Could get into trouble.
We'll get into trouble.
With the AFL and get fined.
I actually can't believe what's going on here. Ricky Pettard and the whole McGinnity thing.
Yeah.
What is going on there? Because that poor bloke, he's got copped a week for what I did every single week of my whole career.
Yeah, that's about true. What do you reckon? It's all right?
Well, I think as long as it's not racially vilifying somebody, anything to do with religion, then I think it's open slather.
You know what he said. Have you even got a skerrick of human decency in your body?
But hang on a minute. One thing here. Does McGinnity actually know Ricky Pettard's mum?
We don't know.
Well, he doesn't know his mum. He clearly doesn't know his mum. They don't even know each other. How can he possibly be offended by that remark?
So you reckon just play on, move on, get over it?
Get over it.
Well, look, I have the higher responsibility as a representative of the AFL, Respect and Responsibility Ambassador. What?
That's the most bullshit title I've ever heard in my life.
I think the AFL are fantastic.
Are you getting paid for that?
I am getting paid to do stuff. That is, it's a positive thing in the community, the AFL people. We've got to respect women, mate.
Yeah.
We've got to respect women, can't do wrong
There's
things.
no women on the footy field, Robbo.
Mate, I'm getting paid for it. Winning. Speaking of winning, the Bulldogs didn't, and so they got rid of their coach, Rocket
They
E.
did, and we have got an inside scoop for you a little bit later on in the show.
Yes.
Because a little bit about the coaching and who may be coaching somewhere this year, later on. Next year, sorry.
I seriously
Next
can't
year.
wait for that. And seriously, I can't wait for our next guest. He is a superstar. You've pulled all sorts of strings to get this guy.
My boy.
Daisy Thomas, right after the break.
G'day, welcome to Gen Y Footy with Dean and Frankie. Why are we doing this show and what's this about? Tell the people at home.
Well, it's about talking to the younger players in the AFL, Dean.
Now, what about you, Benny Nason, kissing the guns a couple of weeks ago? What was behind that one?
Actually, if you slow it down enough, I'm actually sniffing my armpits, unfortunately.
We're pretty excited. I looked at the big fella's Facebook last night. He's got a nice looking missus, doesn't he?
He does have a nice looking missus.
Goes all right,
Don't go anywhere near it. Jonathan Brown, a few days after the operation, welcome to the show.
I feel honoured, boys, and I'm glad that I am still a Gen Y. You fitted me into the Gen Y category. I've been feeling like a baby boomer at the moment.
We're going to ask you personally. Obviously, there was quite an embarrassing photo that floated around the start of the year, and I can see you looking at me now. You're a little bit nervous. And this is the photo we're talking about. I don't know what you thought we were talking about.
Now, did you do that yourself with no mirror or something? Or was that your trainers who actually got involved on that?
Effort. That looks dreadful, doesn't it? Black eyes look like a panda for a week or two.
This is for the mantelpiece. I know Al, your girlfriend Mitch, she probably doesn't want to look at this all day. well played, you guys.
Welcome back, Robbo. We're here with Dale Thomas.
We are.
Daisy, my boy, taught him everything he knows. Haven't I, Daisy?
Most things, yes.
Now, mates, let's just get straight into it. Your form has been immaculate this year, if I do say. What are you laughing at?
Keep rolling, mate. This is awesome.
What are you laughing at? This is my boy. This is my boy here. A couple of my mates have backed you for the Brownlow, and you've let us down with that little suspension, mate. What's going on?
Yeah, a bit disappointing, mate. Obviously a bit stiff. As you say, you taught me everything and probably one side of your game that you were better at than me, but unfortunately got a week for that.
Yeah, 1 week, probably fair enough. But in terms of low dog acts and learning from this guy, you know, you could learn nothing. I mean, he's done some crazy stuff in the past. You might be able to see some footage there. Paul Williams,
This is about Daisy here. This isn't about me, mate. We're going to talk about Daisy.
Any chance I can bring you down?
Any chance we can just talk about him and not...
All right, question for you. Why do they call you Daisy? I've always wanted to know. I'm sure everyone does.
It's a bit of a strange one. Just a bloke back home was called Dale, who I played cricket with, and also got Daisy. So.
Right.
Well, I've heard a rumour. I've heard another rumour.
Yeah,
And I actually rang Maxie today.
Yeah.
Erin, his lovely wife, picked up the phone and I said, have you got any dirt on Dale, Daisy? She said that you love to give out flowers to the lovely Kylie, your better half. Is this true? Very romantic type. You are, Daisy.
No, I do buy flowers quite a bit. I've adopted the theory to get in early with the flowers so you don't have to make up for it when you really stuff up. So
it's disappointing. Speaking of disappointing, Maxi, the captain, just speaking about him just then.
He has been disappointing.
He has been disappointing. But great St Joey's guy too, I might add, comes down and helps me out all the time. But broken thumb, it's hard to see your skipper go down, and he's very important to your makeup.
He certainly is, and as you say, disappointing with his injury, but he's a fantastic bloke, fantastic leader, and I'm sure he'll be back for hopefully the first final.
And Luke Darcy, I noticed in the paper the other day, had a massive crack at Maxi. He said he's the 22nd or 23rd player on the list at the moment with his form and ability and blah blah blah. Mate, come on, this bloke's kidding himself, surely.
Yeah, I saw that too, and I couldn't agree more. He'd be first picked in most sides, I'd imagine. So I think Luke Darcy might have to just reassess the Collingwood list and maybe write another one.
Most definitely, I think we all agree with that. Now, your footballing ability, no doubt, takes a hanger, kicks a goal. Watched a bit of my form in the past coming up. Wants to be like Robbo. The acting, was that something in the kit bag as well, or is that something you watched this guy for? Because before you even speak, we've got some stuff that we're going to roll. Roll this stuff, Frankie, because...
Don't roll it.
Mainland cheese bites are new and fun and very tasty. They're easy to eat on the go. Come on, footy fans, show us your cheesy grin.
Now explain yourself, Dale, and you too. Bro, this is Daisy in his
This
first
is my
year.
forte, this cheesy stuff.
I've probably got a better excuse than Brody. I was new to the club, so I was forced into these sort of things where you'd been around for a while. You could have said no, but
What's going on, Dutch? You should have sniffed that out and gone, nah, this is not going to look good.
Mate, that was some of my better work.
What is that?
That was
What is
cheesier
that?
than my little thing on Neighbours that I did, mate.
Nothing's worse or cheesy than that. But what is that, speaking of cheesy? Cheesy bites?
Cheesy bites.
Club
I never
sponsor
heard of
or-
them, to be honest.
yeah,
it was for a week.
It was a club gig. A shocker. Yeah, I've done a few. Thanks.
Now,
to
I
that.
want to get serious all of a sudden. I know, mucking around contracts. Damien Barrett's all over you. He's trying to find out what's going on. Are you going to sign with the Magpies? For all the fans, can you give us an exclusive on Uncle Jimmy's Pool Room? You're going to sign up for how many millions?
For how many millions, I'm not sure, mate. Hopefully plenty. But no, I'm quietly confident that I'll stay with the Maggies. Obviously, there's been a long-winded negotiation process. But these things do take time, and hopefully sooner rather than later I'll sign
I've
the
got a game plan for you. Straight into Purdy. Say Purdy, 3 words. Greater Western Sydney. Pay me. Pay me.
They give you 3 back. See you later.
Who's your manager? Because he's doing a fantastic job. He's bluffing like you would not believe. I'm loving every minute of it.
There's no bluffing, mate.
There
He's,
is, like-
straight down the line. My manager Paul Connors does a fantastic job. So
Straight down the line.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll give him the benefit, Paulie.
Benefit
Okay,
of the doubt.
mates. Could we go back to back, because it looks as though we've got it in the bag. Everyone's saying so. I get nervous when people say that, because I know we're a good side, but it's when finals come around, it's a different ball game. So do you think you're up to it, mate?
Oh, it certainly is a different ball game, but I think throughout the year we've probably tightened things up a little bit. I think we've started to improve gradually throughout the season, and hopefully, if things go to plan, we can certainly be there. And if we're there, I think we'll give it a red hot shake.
Oh, sure. No doubt, Collingwood, a great outfit. You're getting into a bit of surfing now. I see this thing in the hair and the hairdo. It's
Very
always
cute,
been
very
blonde.
cute.
Very cute. You like that?
Yeah, love it.
Thanks,
You're a
mate.
bit of a surfer now. You
I've been-
Now, he's
surf?
always been a
Always
surfer,
been?
I've been a surfer for
He's a sick unit.
a while now.
Yeah.
Well,
Check
maybe
him
you
out.
go into Purdy and you say Gold Coast Suns.
Well, I don't think they've got any money, so
Just turn around and show the camera this little knot.
got a little
in
bit
there.
of a.
Is that for good luck or something?
That's I think in my second year I had dreadlocks, and I pulled them all out because I got knits from a kid at Family Day, which was there's an exclusive for you. So I had to rip them all out, and I decided I'd keep one.
And I've seen a lot of footage of Brody in the past, and I've seen some photos. Was he always in the gym, just such a vain guy? Always in the gym, shirt off, that sort of business?
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Thought so.
Pot kettle black.
But I don't do weights. I don't get into the
Yeah, obviously at the moment, the skinniest unit I've ever seen.
Good comeback. Well done. Now you got some prizes for the young man.
Got some prizes, great prizes here. We've got some supplements from Southeast Sups in Narre Warren. If you're wondering why I also ripped when I played, that's because of these guys down there, Southeast Sups. And we've got the Man What a Fuss voucher. We've got $200 worth there for you there, Days. That's fantastic. Go get a
this
rub
stuff
from the girls
sorted
down
out.
there. And we've got the Sasa security voucher. That's $650 worth. Daisy boy, thanks for coming in, mate. We do appreciate it.
Thanks,
and
mate.
you certainly are getting better looking every time I see you, mate. I must
Thank you.
admit.
You too, Colin, mate.
Well spoken, mate. Very funny. Great interview. Speaking of very funny, we got some footage of you. We might just roll the tape as we let you go. This is Daisy at the Best and Fairest count last year.
Thank you all. Like the boys who've
all been up here before tonight. There's obviously a lot of people you'd like to thank, starting with Anne and all the people that work with her to get us lunch day in, day out. Today was Wednesday and supposed to be burrito day, but it didn't happen, so we'll let that one slide for now. To the Collingwood Football Club, all its amazing supporters, its amazing sponsors, thank you for all your help and all your freebies at Grouse. Last but not least, to my family, my mum, my sister, and my sister's boyfriend, who'd be shattered if you didn't get a mention. Thank you for making the trip down every week. To my lovely girlfriend Kylie, thank you very much for all your support. I think we make a pretty good team. You're pretty good at cooking and cleaning, and I like to eat and make a mess. So I thank you all, and hopefully we can do it all again next year. So thank you very much.
Well, welcome back to the pool room. Remember last week we had a new sponsor on, Brodie Holland, Seek and Compare Insurances. Davo's out there. He's put together this little number here. It's a Chris Judd signed thing.
It's actually a photo. It's not a thing, it's a photo.
Basically, all you've got to do is ring this number on the screen right now, and you could win that. If you don't ring, and at least speak to Emmett out there, Davo. This little number just goes on the wall over here in our pool room. Thank you very much. We'll keep it. Brodie,
I'm feeling a little bit sorry for Davo. He hasn't had one cold, the big fella. Mate, we love you, Davo. I know you paid us a lot of money.
We love your money.
You haven't had many calls. In fact, you haven't had any calls.
Yes.
But we're trying our best.
Please don't come asking for that money back, because Dutchy already spent it. There's going to be a huge round of football coming up. The match of the round has got to be Hawthorn versus Carlton.
Oh, this is a massive game, and I like the Blues this year. You know that. And I'm going to
there's the rest of our tips up on the screen there.
You going to let me talk?
Yeah, go on.
You going to let me talk or what? Because I like the Blues. Defensively, they're structured very well this year. A couple of top-up players, hardened season players have come across. They're looking good. I just think they're a touch too good for the Hawks.
Sometimes when you talk football, I wonder whether you actually have any knowledge of football at all.
Mate,
really?
when you have won 2 back-to-back local premierships, come on,
local.
As a coach, mate, you're coaching this year, you're under pressure. Mate, you keep calling yourself the super coach. You're kidding yourself till you've won one.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, that's why I married a dancer and you married a model, as you said to me off screen the other week. I reckon it's the most offended I've ever been in my life. What did you mean by that?
I just meant that, you know, like you're calling your knot, basically.
Right. Yeah. Dutchy Sporting Bet of the week. What have you got there?
Well, I've got Carlton. I'm going Carlton again. 1 to 24. I changed my mind. Margin 1 to 24 versus the Hawks. You can get $3.85 for that. Big odds.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to go West Coast to beat Essendon. That's going to be a good match. But my bet last week, very, very good. I'm going to go a similar bet. It's a 1 to 24 points. You can get $3.30 for that. Remember, there is no better bet than a sporting bet. It's been a huge show.
It has been, Robbo. Massive, massive show. We had Daisy on, and plenty of love there, wasn't there?
What an absolute legend in absolute super, Nick. I'd like to hang on before we go. I can't believe I nearly forgot. Inside scoop.
Listen very carefully. I'll only say this once. Tuesday we heard a whisper. Okay, we heard a whisper, and the whisper was Mark Neal is going to coach Western Bulldogs next year. They want him to take the job. What happens? Yesterday? Yes, you heard it. Yesterday morning, Rodney Eade gets sacked. What does it mean? It's all starting to unfold.
It's all starting to unfold, and it's all starting to get really good at Uncle Jimmy's Pool Room. This show is just going from strength to strength. If I do say so myself, I'd like to thank all our wonderful sponsors: Peter Worth, Sporting Bet, Superstars, Seek and Compare Insurances. Don't forget the Chris Judd signed poster. You've got to get that.
Southeast Sups in Narry Warren too.
Sup. Thank you very much for joining us, all our loyal Uncle Jimmy's Pool Room supporters. We love you very much. See you next time in the pool room.
Jimmy's your uncle.
Awesome mark. Check this one out. This is like the best mark I ever took.
Oh my God, mate, seriously. It's 3:20 a.m, Robbo. I've had 7 Red Bulls. Let's go home.
That was
Seriously,
like... Come on, that was awesome.
Time to go.
Hang on, there's this one more I've got to show you. It's like the best. It is. Dudgy. Stuff is 6 million views too.
Not all just me.
Great tackle by Aaron Davey.